Hello student, this question was asked from manufacturing engineering. So the topic is machining. So the question is like this. In orthogonal cutting test, the cutting force and thrust force are given. So your cutting force is equal to 1000 Newton. Your cutting force is equal to 1000 Newton and your thrust force is equal to 500 Newton. That is given. Also one more thing is given, if the rake angle of tool is 0. So your rake angle is also given is equal to 0. The coefficient, we need to calculate the coefficient of friction. Fine. We know one thing, your frictional force is equal to your cutting force multiplied by sine alpha plus your thrust force and multiplied by cos alpha. Here your cos alpha is equal to 1. By why? Because your alpha is equal to 0. So when your alpha is equal to 0, cos alpha will gives the value of 1. Fine. But your sine alpha, sine 0 will gives the value of 0. So that means this term is equal to 0 and this term is equal to ft. So your ff is equal to ft. Your ff is equal to ft in this question, and that is equal to 500 Newton, that is given. So your frictional force is equal to your thrust force, that is equal to 500 Newton. Again see, the normal force to this friction force is equal to Fc multiplied by cos alpha minus Ft sin alpha. Again alpha value is 0. So this terms will be going is equal to 0. Fine, because sin 0 is a 0. Now see this equation, Fc cos alpha. When cos alpha is equal to 0, then cos is equal to 1. So your n is equal to Fc. Your n is equal to Fc. Fine. So n is equal to Fc. The value of Fc is equal to 1000 Newton. So we know that the friction coefficient is equal to your frictional force upon normal force. So value of ff is equal to 500 and value of n is equal to 100. And by calculating it, we get the coefficient of friction is equal to 0.5. And this is the answer of this question. Thank you students.